Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? I am back with another park battle tonight, and this time we have Playland's Castaway Cove in Ocean City, New Jersey versus Knoebels in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. Now, I have chosen to put those two parks up against each other in a park battle because they both have this system where you have to pay per ride, but it's free to enter. But as one of those parks, as an alternative option to paying per ride, you could also get a wristband, which I think is absolutely lit, and I'm going to be comparing the ticketing system later in this video because of it. And so anyways, let's just get to the rundown. So the big coasters are going to be worth 1 point per coaster, and here is why. Playland's Castaway Cove's big coasters and Knoebels' big coasters are so different from each other that if I didn't make them 1 point per coaster, it'd be basically weird matchups like Gale Force versus Twister and Phoenix versus Wild Waves, and I do not want any weird matchups in park battles whatsoever. And so anyways, the kiddie coasters are going to be worth 1 point per coaster. And as for the thrill rides, we have the drop towers at 5 points, the pendulum rides at 4 points, and the other thrill rides that each park has is going to be worth 1 point per ride. Now, as for the family rides, the bumper cars are going to be worth 5 points, the wave swingers are going to be worth 4 points, and the carousels are going to be worth 4 points. And of course, now, and as this section and of course, this park battle has this section I make sure to include in every single park battle, and that is the amount of rides you are allowed to be barefoot on, excluding water rides and kiddie flat rides, and that is worth 10 points. And the park appearance is going to be worth 5 points. The night appearance is going to be worth 4 points. The ticketing system is going to be worth 5 points. That's what I just mentioned when we were on the first slide. And the amount of coasters is going to be worth 6 points, and the extras is going to be worth 1 point per attraction offered. So let's jump right into our big coasters here. Now, Playland's Castaway Cove earns 3 points for their big coasters, Gale Force, Whirlwind, and Wild Waves, and Knoebels earns 4 points for their big coasters, like Phoenix, Impulse, Flying Turns, and Twister. And right now, the score is 3-4. So for the kiddie coasters, both parks get 1 point for having them because they're just kiddie coasters, really. They're nothing special. And so anyways, both of those parks have drop towers. We've got Stratosphere versus Double Shot. And Stratosphere is a cool drop tower. Right when it gets to the top, it suddenly drops you, which I think is such a cool feature. But Double Shot launches you up, and not only does it have the one cycle that you're seeing it going right now, but it also has a second cycle that starts after the first cycle instead of like letting you off the ride, which I think is absolutely lit, and that's why it's called Double Shot, and it's a really fun drop tower in general. So it will be earning 5 points for this category. So for the pendulum rides, yes, both of those parks have pendulum rides. I have not ridden Playland's Castaway Cove's pendulum ride, Extreme Cyclone. I just didn't get around to it when I went there in 2018. But Fandango, I have ridden so freaking many times. And I think Fandango is more lit for some reason, in my opinion, because you get airtime on it. And so it will be earning 4 points for this category. Now, for the other thrill rides each park has, Playland's Castaway Cove will obtain 4 points. They have like Siren 33 or Skyline 33, I don't know. But anyways, they have that ride. And they have Hurricane, Alien Abduction, and the Air Race. And Knoebels has some pretty cool ones, which they'll be earning 9 points for. They've got Cosmotron, Downdraft, Power Surge, Flyers, Roundup, the Looper, the Satellite, the Wipeout, and the Paratrooper. And so, anyways, both of these parks have bumper cars. Now, Knoebels' bumper cars are absolutely insane, and I like Playland's Castaway Cove's bumper cars because they're just like crazy cars. But Knoebels' bumper cars are like nuts. Like you could easily like bump someone really hard, and so they will be earning 5 points for this category. So anyways, now let's move on to the wave swingers. So now, Italian Trapeze feels like a normal wave swinger, so they will be earning the 4 points there. Playland's Castaway Cove wave swinger is fun and all, but like the seats on it, it just feels like a child's swing set that you're riding in, which is like I don't know how that feels to the adults. Like they feel like they're riding in a child's swing set on a wave swinger. Like, what kind of seating is that? And so Knoebels' wave swinger Italian Trapeze is more like a normal wave swinger, so they will be earning 4 points. So now, for the carousels, Playland's Castaway Coves is a normal carousel, but Knoebels' carousel is unlike any other because it has a game where you have to like grab the ring toss and you have to grab the ring and toss it into the target, which I think is pretty fun. And it has won the Golden Ticket Award several times for the world's best carousel. So they will be earning 4 points for this category because of those two factors. And so anyways, now let's move on to the amount of rides you're allowed to be barefoot on. Now, Knoebels has 6 rides you could be barefoot on, and Playland's Castaway Cove, if I'm not mistaken, has 5 rides you're allowed to be barefoot on. And Knoebels has a little more you could ride in your bare feet, so they will be earning 10 points for this category. And I'm sorry I spelled earning wrong. I didn't realize I forgot the E at the beginning until just now. And so, anyways, the score right now is 14-41, so Knoebels is really beating Playland's Castaway Cove. So now, for the park appearance, Playland's Castaway Cove just feels so much like a typical park, man. But Knoebels is much prettier, like it's nestled in the woods, the paths are all gravel, and like everything about it was like so unique, and it is absolutely a gorgeous park. So they will be earning 5 points for this category. And now the night appearance. Now, Playland's Castaway Cove's night appearance is pretty cool. Some of the rides' lighting packages are colorful at night and all. But Knoebels, I think, has the prettier night appearance in general because like more of the rides are like have a colorful lighting package. Even Stratosphere has a colorful lighting package. It has LED lights, and so for that reason, Knoebels looks much prettier after dark. So they will be earning 4 points for this category. So now for the ticketing system, this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the park battle, guys. Now, for Playland's Castaway Cove, you can only pay per ride. You cannot get a frickin' wristband, which really sucks. And so, anyways, that is how I had to experience when I went to Playland's Castaway Cove. Now, for Knoebels, as an alternative option for like paying per ride, you could also get a wristband, which is absolutely lit. And Knoebels' ticketing system is way better than Playland's Castaway Cove. So Knoebels will be earning 5 points for this category. Now let's move on to the amount of coasters. The amount of coasters at Playland's Castaway Cove is 4, and the amount of coasters at Knoebels is 6. So Knoebels has 2 more coasters than Playland's Castaway Cove, so they will be earning 6 points for this category. Now for the extras, Knoebels offers freaking campgrounds, and like I've been to the Knoebels campground a million times, so I know what it's like, you guys. Do you guys remember the vlogs I shot from the Knoebels campground in 2018, like when Kennywood first announced Steel Curtain?
What is going on, guys? We are at the campsite right now. We just got here. Everybody's at the arcade, so this gives us time to prepare for Kennywood's announcement.
Oh, look, we've arrived. That's the ceremony room.
OMG! Oh my god.
Alright, time to tune in.
Alrighty. It's time to tune in here.
4 minutes.
4 minutes to be there. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Look.
god. Yes, 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 yes. What is going on, guys? Everybody's back from the arcade, and Kennywood just announced their new coaster. It's going to be made by S&S, and it's going to be called Steel Curtain, and it looks insane. It's going to have 9 inversions, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be 220 feet tall, and they're also getting Steelers Midway Games, a Steelers Cafe, Steelers Experience.
End Zone Cafe.
Steelers...
End Zone Cafe.
Oh, End Zone.
Cafe.
And
then the Steelers Experience.
Yeah.
With a lot of games.
Yeah.
And challenging games and stuff.
yeah, EB, what did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I like the additions.
Oh, yeah. I think this might beat Dorney.
Yeah, that just shows you. I've been to the frickin' Knoebels campgrounds, and they are, like, a gorgeous feature to Knoebels, so they will receive a point for that. And they also have a mini golf course, so they will get a point for that as well. And Knoebels offers a really cool indoor coaster called Black Diamond. I know, I forgot to include it in the big coasters category, but I feel like it's different anyway, since none of Playland's Castaway Cove's coasters are indoors, but Knoebels has this indoor attraction, and so they will gain a point for this attraction as well. And they have an attraction for the scare junkies, the Haunted Mansion. And I haven't been on the Haunted Mansion yet, but it's good for the scare junkies, so they will be earning 1 point for this attraction. And now, everyone, the points have been calculated. And winning by 51 points is Knoebels. Congratulations. You really smashed Playland's Castaway Cove in this park battle. Knoebels is like such a pretty park, and I've been to it like a million times. I went there with my family like every year of my life except for 2019 because, stuff. And I cannot wait to get back there on October 24th, 2020, which is like 1 week from Saturday. So stay tuned for a vlog and park footage and everything from Knoebels. And so, anyways, that concludes this park battle between Playland's Castaway Cove and Knoebels. Reply to me your thoughts on this video. And again, congratulations goes to Knoebels for winning this park battle. And I will see you in the next.